What's going on, everybody? I wish that you could have seen the sunrise this morning. Pro tip when you're taking a road trip, it pays to take off your shoes. You just feel free with your feet being free. There's a bonus when you don't have your socks on, too. All right, let's get into it. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you all are doing well, bros and ladies and gentlemen, my people. Didn't know that I had bugs in here. It's a tad bit rainy today, and happy Memorial Day, guys. Yep, 5 a.m. thoughts and life lessons. I just thought I would. I'm going to be kind of just talking about a couple of different things, life and what's going on, things that I've learned, and just what I'm doing right now, actually. Not the best angle, but I'm driving, so this is what we're going to work with. The talk is going to be the most important part. Decided to go take a week-long trip down in Provo. And I thought about this over the last couple of days. I'm not so sure if I'm going to film it, just because I don't think I'm going to have the time, because I'm visiting some different spots down there. Fingers crossed. And I'm going to be meeting some people down there. It's going to be a good time. Whatever you guys are doing today, I hope that you guys are having the best day. May you be blessed, especially if you're a veteran. To those that are currently serving, or to those that have served, and to those that served and have passed on, thank you for your service. Your sacrifice was for our freedoms, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. Thank you. All right. So I know that I don't really articulate myself that well with a lot of my YouTube videos. I'm just being honest with you. I guess I hold myself to a higher standard, but I still put out the content, you know? And I've been doing this for a long time, you guys. Actually, I've been doing it for so long. I have somewhere between, I don't know, a little over 900 videos now. Pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of myself for doing that, just putting in the time and the work, you know. I do have some pretty good presentation videos from what I can tell you and things that I've done. For me, and maybe you're a fellow content creator that watches me, I know you guys are my friends that I've made over the years online, and I appreciate all your support, because I support you guys as well. I hope I can just keep my thoughts straight here, but maybe you know what I'm talking about. Like, sometimes you miss something when you're just trying to be in flow and you're talking about your subjects or a particular subject, and you remembered, oh wait, there's one more thing that I should have said, or wait, why did I say that word, or I should have said it this way, you know? So it's one of those deals. And you know, some people that I admire online, man, there's a few people that really know how to articulate themselves and talk in videos. One guy that I've been following for a long time, Elisha Long. That guy, watch that guy if you want to see him spin some tales. Watch that guy if you want to just see your life change, you know? How he presents everything is just so thought-provoking, and I really appreciate what he's done and what he continues to do. You know, he's a great guy. A couple other people, Zen Mode Philosophy, shout out to you, man. He's like, with his philosophy and talking about things online, life, really good way, great presentation. He's also solid on talking about health and wellness and bodybuilding, working out, exercises. This guy's a G. So appreciate you, bro, and thank you for all your support as well, Alan. And then my buddy Lewis talks real well. He's actually been doing that for a long time. He practiced just doing live talks in an old group called Monk Mode that Elisha was actually running at the time, and he was doing live talks on Facebook for just like months on end when that group was really active. And then Elisha took a different spin with his brand, which I think was a good move on his part. But back in the day, early days when I joined, it was awesome. So, and that's how I got to know Lewis. Shout out to you, bro. He's got a channel called Lewis Laughs and the Raw Remedy podcast. There's also, sorry if I'm gonna butch it here, man. I'm not sure. What was it? SC Auto Detailing, Auto Shine. Anyway, look, he's got some solid videos on and solid content on car detailing because he does that for his job. So he's got some solid details there, man. Especially if you're an auto detailer, if that's your trade, that's your job. You're doing that, maybe making content around it. He shouted out a few other content creators that are doing that in his area, California, and he's just got some great videos. Aside from that, he's got a few other channels that he makes content from. So, but yeah, wasn't trying to ramble too much there talking about that. But the reason why I brought them up was talking about how to articulate yourself and talking in flow, really giving a great story or presentation, I should say. And yeah, those were just a few of my friends that I made over the years doing this and being inspired by them too. So it wasn't just me giving them a shot. They inspired me to continue to do this and to do this. I think it really came down to Elisha when I found him, because his channel's been around for the longest time. So a lot longer than me. He inspired me to do it though. Anyway. Yeah, so I guess that's just the human aspect of things, is that we're not always going to be perfect in our lives. We're not always, wow, that's pretty. I would flip the camera around so you guys could see this, but that's just the human aspect. You know, we're great people. You know, we are beautifully made. You know, like the Bible says, we're made in God's image, and beautifully made at that. And He's created us like humans, just as human beings. We are just amazing people. We can do so much with our minds and our bodies, way more than what we perceive in our reality, actually. You know, it's like we're kind of stuck in the matrix. Talked about this a lot, breaking away from that and breaking away from social media, addiction that's at hand and such. Where I live, I drive up and down a lot of hills, so I got to chew this gum to keep my ears popping. Maybe changing elevations here soon too. Anyway, that's a human aspect of things. We're beautifully made. We're amazing. We have so much potential within ourselves and within our beings that it's like unfathomable. We don't recognize it. We're not born this way. We're conditioned this way. It's like they redid this road too. Wow, I did not know that. Yep, they redid this entire road. It's been a while. So, at the same time, we are very fragile. I mean, not to jinx myself, but I mean, I could die on this road trip. I could die on the road. But I know where I'm going, and I know, you know, in the old layman's terms of Christianity, So I know the Lord and I know where I'm going if something does happen. If I died today, I'd be fine. I'm still doing a lot of work right now, so I feel like I still have to focus on my mission and something to accomplish. But if something happened, yeah, I get to go home. That's the way I see it. And then I'll see you guys in the next life. Aside from that, like, I mean, you could just be snuffed out like that. And I think it's so important just to be conscious of our time. We should enjoy our time, but we definitely want to, you know, we got to think outside the box. At the same time, don't take your life so seriously. I'm wearing a freaking nose strip right now. I don't really care what I look like presenting my message to you guys. I care less. And like, we're also we can easily be broken at the same time, I want to say, but how we address that pain and what we're going to do with it, how it's going to shape us, I think are the lessons in life. And those are some of the things I wanted to talk about too. Here's the other thing, nothing, and I've talked about this before, but in other videos, I've touched on these subjects a few different times in a few different videos, but like every bad thing that's really happened to you isn't really, you know, it's not, I think it is, life is happening to you, but at the same time, God and the universe is giving you a lesson, and depending on if you're going to learn that lesson or not, you will continue to repeat it. And maybe it's the same thing with pain. Maybe it's the same thing with body pain. And you know, why do I say this? Why do I bring some of these things up? I'm going down to Provo for some therapies as well. There's a plethora of some facilities down there. I'm just trying to get some answers. And if I can just be honest with you guys, which I always strive to be honest and real with you guys all the time. I mean, this is me 100%. You get me here 100% all the time. Unless if I'm, you know, doing a different kind of a video where I'm giving you a presentation, I like to talk to you like this, like I'm talking to you, like I'm talking to a friend. I've been waking up in pain for like the last 3, you could easily say 5 years. And yeah, we're going on 5 years right now. It was actually since I left my company. So, don't know what happened. I really don't. Had some osteopathic care. Been doing a lot of different kinds of rehab, different supplementation, inversion table stretches and stuff like that. And I don't feel like the man that I was before. I mean, I went and did a freaking competition, man. What happened to that guy, you know? And it's all on the account of something was going on with my body. As far as my diagnosis goes, I went off of that. Okay, we're about to hit the main highway here for my state. Going South 95. Here we go. I had DDD. I've told you guys about that. I think I've healed it. Maybe I haven't. Don't know. Have had a shoulder injury, this right one. Had to rehab it. Torn labrums. I feel like it's getting better. But workouts aren't as good as they used to be, but I still go and I still put an effort in, you know, and I think that's the main point. As long as I'm putting in my effort and actually pushing myself a little bit, that's where it's going to count. So now you guys know what I'm dealing with. I'm hoping to get some answers at these treatment centers. I may go see a naturopath. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to get that kind of time with everything that I'm going to try and do down in Provo. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to get some acupuncture therapy though. I've never done that. It'll be my first time actually experiencing that from a chiropractor. I'm not going to get chiropractic care. I've been with an osteopath for the last year and a half, almost 2 years, and she really helped me out. She really did. So anyway, that's how I've so that's why I wanted to talk about that a little bit. That's where I was kind of going with that. That makes sense. But yeah, with every life lesson though, you either learn it or you don't, and life will continue to present you either painful lessons or the same lesson until you learn it, until you get it. So with that being said, you guys, learn to enjoy your time. Learn to enjoy your time. Take yourself to your limits and keep testing them. I'm still doing that, despite what I'm going through. Honestly, I still am. It really sucks waking up in pain every day, and I don't wish that on anybody. I can't say that it's really chronic, but it's getting to the point where it is. I'm not here to complain. I'm not here to actually play the victim mindset either. I'm doing something about it, and I'm trying to be proactive as best as I can. Again, going down to Provo, right? And we'll check it out. We'll check it out. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna enjoy myself down there. I'm gonna probably check out a few spas. Definitely go on some hikes, get out in nature. It's gonna be grand. Maybe, fingers crossed, it'll be another 3.5 hour drive, but I'll finally get a chance to go see the arches and windows down there in the desert, southern Utah. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. People I'm linking up with down there said that we might go down there. That'd be pretty cool. An experience. It's amazing to see just what God created. And looking at this, even when I'm on my trips, the trips that I've taken, and I'm driving, like I see all of this, and it's nice to just be out of there. Like when you really connect with nature, I believe that you have a better understanding of what God's doing in your life. I truly believe that. Only because the further that we've gotten away from nature, the more sick we've become as a society and as a culture. I've talked about this a lot. You know, that's why I talk about a lot of the things that I talk about on my channel dealing with health and wellness. It's one of the reasons why I'm enrolled in the School of Natural Healing. I want to have a better understanding of how to use nature for our medicinal benefits. And I think with that, we can all have a healing. We can all be better. We can all become better. We can all become whole. We can all heal. I truly believe that. I also believe this, that God helps those who help themselves. If you're proactive enough, He will either put people in your life, put you in situations, or give you the things that He's created to use to help you get well. It's really that simple. I think we overcomplicate our relationships with God, the divine, spiritual, the source, call it what you may. Don't really want to make this too much of a religious talk either, but that's one of the reasons why I don't go to church, just being in a building. You know, in that old verse it says, where two or more are gathered in my name, I am there. I'm paraphrasing, of course. It doesn't say that exactly, but that's basically what the meaning is. So, and I think that that's so true. I think that you can have church anywhere where you're at, whether you're in your home, if you're out in nature that God created, enjoying all the birds and the trees, and the animals around you, plants and the herbs that He created. for us to use, to know about. All right, a few other things I think before we wrap up this video. I don't want to make this too long. I gotta stay focused on the road too. Best times to travel is as early as you can get up. Maybe it took me a little longer to get out here, but here we go. Sorry, guys. But, you know, I'm out here on the road. It took me about 2 hours, being honest, and then I was able to hit the road just to save on traffic and to get to where I need to get to. But what else can I say here? As far as life lessons go, things that I've learned, things that I'm learning in my life. All right. How shall we wrap this up? So enjoy your time. You know, go from 0 to 100, push yourself to the limit. Know your limits as a man. Things that I've learned over the years are watch your peer group. Definitely important. Definitely important. I can honestly say I've wasted too much time with people that I met. I didn't really know how to handle the people, so a lot of it were lessons, like what we were talking about earlier. And they wasted my time. They bullied me. They were narcissistic, and I didn't even really know what narcissism was at the time, but now I do. I've learned it in the last couple of years. So, and I was just getting used, being lied to a lot. It wasn't just with my friendships, but also my relationships too. And I'll admit I screwed up on a few things too, you know, in my relationships. But hey, you know, I'm owning it. Now the other side to it is that I did allow things to happen in my life, which I didn't need to. I shouldn't have anyway. With these friend groups, with these peers that I had in my life. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, you know, I could say that, making choices, but it wouldn't have brought me to where I am now. I think really the biggest thing for me early on growing up was becoming awake and realizing what was going on. And realizing what was truly going on and what the world's really trying to do to you, you know? So, you know, love your family. You know, I love my family. My mom, my brothers. And we don't get to choose our family. It's another thing that I've seen and learned about over the years. Man, like, if you got a great relationship with your mom or dad and you talk to them like once a week, don't let anything get in the way of that. Even if it's like a once a week talk for like 10 minutes or something like that. Don't even let a relationship get in the middle of that, man. In the middle of that. From what I've seen, and a little bit of my experience, when you don't have good parenting in your life, the world shapes you. You're thrown to the wolves. And then you're out there to fend for yourself, and it's heartbreaking. It's actually really hard to bounce back if you're lucky. You're really lucky, say, if your parents die, both of them, and say you're at the age of 18 or 20 and you actually do the opposite of what an average person would do versus turning to vices like drugs and alcohol. You know, you do the opposite and you decide to invest your time to train your mind and your body and become better. and make a better life for yourself. Like that switch right there, like not many people are gonna do that. They're just not. They're gonna turn to the dark side, we could say. Star Wars reference. So with that being said though, love your family and do what you can. Like, have a relationship with who you can have a relationship with. Man, life's hard enough. What I've learned from my family, at least on my mom's side, is that when you don't have family, you really have nothing. And that's sad. And at the same time, it's true. Kind of bring that all together there. Watch your peer group. Love your family. Take care of yourself. Let's see here. Yeah, and again, these were just some thoughts that I was having and I wanted to share with you. I got something to say today in this video and I wanted to just talk about it today while I was on the road. I feel like it was the right time to talk about it. And it was a good day to talk about it. But so we'll see what Provo has in store for me. Going on an adventure. Hybrid's left, baby. And I'm hoping to get some answers. I'll keep you guys in the loop. It is just so beautiful out here. I really do miss this. It's nice to, man, yeah, you know, that's the last thing I'm going to say on this video is take a trip. Plan out a trip, pack up, and go somewhere new. You know? I'm familiar with Utah because I've been there before. You guys have watched me on the channel. I'm going to a different part, and I'm going to, fingers crossed, going to explore a little bit more. So, yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited. Take a trip, though. Have an adventure, you know. That's living life to the fullest, man. We can just pack up and just go. Have some money in your pocket, take what you need with you, and hit the road and see what happens, see what changes. What really takes some balls is if you just pack up and you go to another country, another city, another state, pack up and move. I hope this video finds you guys well. And I think that'll wrap things up nicely here where we're at. Thank you so much for your guys' support. I really appreciate you guys. I've really enjoyed this project. That's what it turned into, but I think it's something more for me, and I feel like I'm making a difference for you guys. Even if I just help one person. You know, I'm not trying to save the world, but if I can help one person, if a video helps a person, then I feel like I've done my job. So I just love to listen and talk to you guys. I appreciate everybody and your support. Thank you so much. And if anything, I will talk to you guys very soon. Happy Memorial Day. Peace, guys.